Hi, this is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for education and technology only. Often I receive many messages from our Wing Chun friends and traditional Chinese martial arts friends. Ask me on advanced kungfu. Be it advanced kungfu of 1850s Wing Chun or advanced kungfu in traditional Chinese martial art in general. So today I like to share with you what is advanced. And if we want to talk about advanced, we need to base on something real. And here I like to share with you an example of what is real, so we can base on this. So I'm going to share with you here is the fight between Zhang Weili and Joanna, which has happened about a month ago. So you can go to the YouTube and look at it, okay? Look at this Zhang Weili and Joanna's fight. Now this is real, right? We know that in a real fight there are three situations. The first situation is when we are distanced with the opponent, where we or the opponent can come in with different angles. Like in my previous video, I shared that the zero angle, which is you go shoot straight, or you're going to go down to the hip level, or to go down to the leg level, which is a 15 degrees. So you have 0, 45, 15 degree down type of angle. And also you can come from different directions. So the first situation is that is a situation before one engaging. Okay, one have to come in. The second is once one engage, exchange punch, exchange strike, or exchange kick, or exchange takedown. That is the second situation. The third situation is exchange of getting strike. Many times we take strike, we have to take strike. And sometimes we even purposely want to exchange so that even the opponent win, he's not going to win clean. He's going to suffer damage. So you have these three situations. So we know that the base of these three situations is speed, and then your endurance. And then one need to know how to handle different scenarios in these three situations. Okay? Now, so what is advance in this reality? The advance is struggling. Yes, struggling. So what do I mean by struggle? Well, if our opponent is as good as us or better than us, in the first scenario, when we want to get in, we are struggling because nothing is clean. Okay? We want to go in with the different angles. The opponent will change. We want to go from different angle, the opponent will change. So it is a struggling. Okay? It's not a clean, clear, like in the demonstrations where a Sifu do to his student. Okay? The second thing is at the second situations when one in the close striking each other, it is a struggling. Both can get hit. And one is not going to get all those clear shot or clean shot like demonstrations or Fa Jing. It's not. It's struggling. It's muddy. The third thing is when you have to exchange just to tie the other party, or just to make sure that he's not going to win clean, to make sure that he's going to get damaged too. It's damage control. They're struggling. As you look into the Zhang Weili and Joanna's video, on the fight video, you can see both take it. Okay? So one need to struggle there. Nothing clean, nothing clear like in the movie. Nothing crispy. Because what you know what to do, your opponent know what to do either. He can be as good as you or even better than you. So advance is to be able to deal with that. That means one be able to deal with the struggling, with the endurance, with the speed, and with no enough scenario of handling the impulse momentum. Okay? That's reality. That's advance. Now, in order to get into this advanced stuff, one need mechanics, the body mechanics of handling the body in different type of momentums. The breathing, as I have shared in my recent few videos, you look at how traditional Chinese martial art handle their mechanics, like the shoulder blade, their feet, their body, and so forth, for different purpose, different, to fit in these three situations in real life. And of course, the breathing. So you got this reality, this advanced art, advanced kung fu mean struggling, and then you have this mechanic to support, to train, so that one be able to support that struggling. Okay. And as in my previous videos, I show that how it can be mapped into sports science for this. Okay, and then it can be measured with the modern gadget, and how is from the basic of a traditional Chinese martial art training in the breathing, the mechanics, it evolved into this struggling here. Okay, real life. And of course, you need to look into your VO2 max. That's your endurance, and then your body mechanics. So, advance is struggling, and one need to have solid mechanics and breathing, like I share with you in my recent videos. Without this mechanic, the struggling or the advance is hopeless. You can't do it. Okay? Without knowing the real life is struggling, advance is struggling, one really don't know what one trained for or what one prepared for. Without the scientific measurement like the VO2 max, the momentum, the force, as what I show you just now, and in other videos, how a thing maps up, we really flying blind. There is no advance there when we flying blind. Okay, so this is reality. Disregard of what Chinese kung fu it is like that, because this is the reality of fighting. Since General Qi Ji Guang, that is what General Qi Ji Guang wrote down. That is the reality. Okay. Now you look into today's many talking about this Fa Jing, this Qi, this mind power, and then you get one guy to demo how I can strike using my yi, not using my strength, or demo on how I can do this strike or that strike, where the other party is stand there, or you get some amateur or some people who don't even know a martial art stand there as the target and show. In the YouTube you can see all this type of demonstrations or seminars. How is that linked in the real life? Well, the reality is it doesn't do anything good for the real life, for the advanced struggling and the real proper body mechanics. Okay? So this is reality. So now you know what is advanced, okay? And again, that is why I mapped this entire thing into the Wing Chun Inception books, in the H models. If we do not base on this reality, as we can see in the fight between Zhang Weili and Joanna, what will happen, that 3 scenario. And that is actually, you can see the descriptions in since the General Qi Guang's 1560 until today, from the real traditional Chinese martial art writing and teaching. That is reality. Okay? So many people expecting and saying that this Qi stuff, this Fa Jing stuff, this mind power is real. No. Those are something, who knows what exists for this past few decades or 100 years in China and around the world. Are you serious that you're doing one internal set, you can get all this? So this is to share with you today. Even for the 1850s Wing Chun, it is the same reality with the fight between Zhang Weili and Joanna. Even 450 years ago, in the time of General Qi Guang, the same stuff. General Qi Guang's army suffered too, right? That's why, because he need to get the most of the imposed momentum of fighting scenario, he even included or studied the Japanese samurai sword play, how the samurai sword fight is. So that's the reality. This is what I like to share with you today. What is advanced is struggling after one have all those mechanics, basics, body mechanics and breathing, handling developed. That is advanced. There is no shortcut, there's no magic. There's no such thing as internal mind power, internal Qi power. That is not what belongs to the real fighting arts. I hope that you see this thing clearly. Only we see this thing clearly, we know what it is.